The Misadventures of Dad and Kid, Episode 2, 3-in-1 Lawn Vac. Enjoy.
Okay, folks, so picking up where we left off, I'm Dad, and that's the kid. And we're going to take off where we left off before. As you can see, we got the gas tank off. TJ's going to pick it up. So step one, we're going to have to dump that out. Make sure there's no gas in it for us to work on it.
Where do we have to dump it out?
Well, I emptied out a jug.
Okay.
And we're going to put the gas in the jug, or anything that's in there. And then we're going to start cleaning the tank off so we can fix the leak.
Probably going to be like gunk in there.
There probably is. And we'll clean it out.
Yeah.
Okay? Try to pour some of that gas out of there. Come around the other side of them here.
There's no gas. I think you spilt it all on yourself in the last episode.
Quite possible.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
no gas in here.
All right, let's trade. I'm going to hand you the camera and then I'll shake the tank. All right, let's see if I can get anything out of there. All right, and I'm looking in there and that looks dry, so it must have evaporated if there was anything left. So
How would
I
gas
think
evaporate?
gas will evaporate because its vapor pressure is very high, so it basically boils at room temperature. So it starts to evaporate. All right.
All right.
Okay, so next up, for us to clean this sucker up, I'm Dad. This is a bucket. And this is what we're going to use to clean the tank. A little bit of water.
A sponge.
And a sponge that we stole from the kitchen. And we'll put it back in the kitchen and use it to wash dishes later on, right?
Yep.
No, we won't. Then we'll have all the scum from the gas tank on our dishes.
Yeah, but we have extra, so no worries, folks.
Okay. All right. So, kid, you're going to do this. But
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to put the cap back her, and we're going to just
Whoa.
get all the gunk off.
That looks beautiful now. Doesn't it, folks?
And a wonderfully beautiful gas tank. All right. So, let's trade places. You get the sponge. I get the camera. Here we go as we hop around.
This side?
Whichever side you choose, child.
Okay.
And when the sponge
Wow,
gets
this
dirty,
really
just rinse it off in the
It
bucket.
really has a lot of scum on it.
Yep. Well, that's the nice thing about gas tanks and lawn equipment. They get lots of scum on them.
Good? How is that a good thing?
Yeah, it's just a thing. All right. Why don't you show them the water in the bucket? See how dirty it was.
Attention. Black water coming through. Boom. That thing is black to the death. But you can't really see it, so, but because it's like so black. So black, if you can actually see that. Black.
All right.
Alright, and the rest we will clean up later, probably with the power wash.
Okay. And I think that's either a scratch. That might just be a scratch. So what we'll do is rough up this spot with some sandpaper, and that will help us epoxy it, because we know that spot's got to get fixed.
We're gonna use some
That's right. What we've got here,
JB Weld.
JB Weld, essential equipment for repairing pretty much anything. So, shout out to JB Weld.
Yeah. Woo. JB Weld. JB Weld.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so the kid's going to sand the crack down a little bit. And what we're doing is just roughing the plastic up around the crack so that the epoxy will give us a good bond and stick in there good. But before we go too far, after we get that one nice and roughed up, we're going to want to check and see if there's any other leaks. And I have an idea on how to do that.
That's just a scratch right there. The thing you thought was a hole was just a scratch, now that I look at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna rough that up too.
All right, just to make sure. All right, so what we got now is a we got a scuffed up crack. It's all nice and scuffed up, so the epoxy will take. And we want to make sure there's no other leaks.
So we can use the JB Weld.
Yes. So what we're going to use is a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and we're going to put it inside the gas tank and swish it around and make sure that that's the only spot that's leaking. How's that sound?
pretty good.
All right.
And we're not going to use this at all.
No crowbars at the moment. TJ's going to pour the alcohol in.
Now?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's see, that looks pretty good. The nice bonus here too. All right, that's enough. And now put the, can you
There's
put that?
something right here. See, it's dripping. Oh wait, nope. That's just
It's
my
just
bad
dripping from where you
skills.
spilled it.
That's just my
Okay,
bad
so put the
pouring
alcohol down. All right,
That's
and now
my
go get the
ice
gas
cream.
cap.
Gas cap. Where's
See, it's right there.
There
There we go. Put the gas cap on. All right, and then we're gonna leak check it. Kid's gonna move that around and see where we're leaking from, if there's any other leaks. Oh, leaks. Where's that? Is that El Lico in the corner?
Yeah, it's El Lico in the corner.
All right, you see anything else?
I don't. Aha! Something there.
Something there. What? Where?
Something.
Oh, is it coming out of the cap?
Yeah, that was coming out of the cap. My
All right,
bad.
that's okay. The
That's
cap
just-
is
that's
going to
just
be
me.
able to
That's
breathe.
just me.
The cap's going to be able to breathe a little bit. It's not going to be watertight.
Yeah, the cap's leaking.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
okay.
And El Craco.
All right, so let's drain it, and I think we're pretty convinced that El Craco is the main problem. All right, the kid's doing some chewing right now. What I've done is soaked a paper towel in a little bit of alcohol. And what I'm going to do is just wipe down the areas that we're going to put the JB Weld on so that it's nice and clean. Get anything that might have been left over from our little wash off. All right.
JB Weld.
All right, so the moment the kid's been waiting for, we're opening up the magical box of JB Weld. And what do you got there, kid? 2 tubes of stuff, right?
Tubes of JB Weld.
All right, why don't you bring it over by your little picnic table there? Oh, so do you think TJ's going on a picnic? No. We got a plastic knife.
Mustard and ketchup.
Mustard and ketchup. So JB Weld, like a lot of epoxies, is what's called a 2-part epoxy. So this is part 1 and this is part 2. So the bottom one says steel and this is the hardener. So when you mix the two together, the nice thing about JB Weld is you just mix them in equal parts. You just stir it all up and then you're ready to put it on and get your liquid weld going. So we're gonna open them up and get them spread out. All right, so scoot down here, kid. And now what I want you to do is I'm gonna take the regular steel and I'm gonna squeeze out
Some mustard.
Gonna squeeze some out here.
Maybe.
There it goes.
Whoa, black. That's kind of odd. I thought mustard
All right, so we
was
got a
yellow.
nice pile of that.
Yeah.
All right, so now TJ, we're gonna put the cap back on that guy. Now TJ is gonna take the hardener and right next to it, but not on it.
Here?
Yep, he's gonna put the same amount. And keep going. Does that look like about the same amount? Let me see.
There we go.
Yeah, that looks pretty close. All right, good. The good news is, and I forgot to point this out, is that it's the professional version of JB Weld because we're professionals.
No, we're not.
All right.
Don't believe him. We are not professionals.
All right, so now we're
We
gonna
do
take.
not follow all of these instructions.
Can you film
at
that?
all.
Can you, kid? Can you actually film the plate?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna take the hardener and the epoxy, and we're gonna mix it together till it's nice and evenly
I
mixed.
didn't know one was called epoxy.
Well, it's all epoxy. And JB Weld, you smell that? That's magic. That's the magic smell of a repair. Of a really sweet gas tank repair getting ready to go. So I'm mixing it all up until it's all blended
Looks
even.
like a green. Looks like a
Yep, that's
kind of like a greenish
all right.
color.
And now we got to work a little quick because we only have a little bit of time before this is going to start setting up and then get hard. So now I'm going to switch over. Now TJ, what I want you to do is take some of that onto El Craco.
This much.
Yep. Just put it
El
right
Cra- the
on
whole-
Okrako.
El Craco.
Yep, just a little bit. Okay, now don't overload it because we don't want to put too much on.
There's not even a lot on El Craco.
All right, back away.
There's still an El Craco over there.
I know, but watch. So after you put a little bit on, Mr. Impatient, you take it and spread it around with your knife and make sure it's all evenly on there. See, there we go. And there's just basically not too much to do. All right, and that's the first part. Got it on there now. But we're all out of JB, so we're gonna have to mix up another batch to do the top of El Craco. So
If you didn't know, there's a whole entire top piece.
Yeah,
we're refilling that.
Yeah, we got to get all that in. So you could, why don't you use up what's there on the plate, Tej, and see if you can. I'll turn it so you can see the top of it there.
Thank you.
When I
Thank
say you,
Daddy.
I mean the child, not the camera necessarily. Yep. So we're gonna just make sure all that's nice and filled in. Spread it out there, just like you're putting icing on a cake, right?
Yep.
Making it a cupcake or something.
There,
Nice
got it. I think that's,
gasoline-filled cupcake. All
that
right.
would kill you. That would kill you if you ate it, but it's worth it. Trust me.
All right. So it looks like
Don't trust me.
got to get onto that corner a little bit further, TJ, a little
I'm
closer to
trying,
the other
I'm
repair
trying.
there. You got some more
This
JB.
corner? Oh, more JB spots.
Yep.
JB has a big job for welding. I thought JB, at first I thought JB Weld was actually like a blowtorch and you could go like,
No,
but that would just melt all this.
well, there is a different kind of welding. There's real welding. This is
Fake welding.
well, this is real repair.
Epoxy welding.
This is epoxy welding, right? But this stuff is pretty potent. You could put it inside an engine and it'll still work. All right, let's let's mix up a little more. Here goes the kid mixing his first batch of JB Weld. What a
So sticky. I think it's already working. Dad, it's already working. Oh, dang it. The knife is bending.
well, you have to be.
Our knife is dying.
You have to fold it. Remember what I was doing? It's like you pick it up with the knife and then you put it back down. There you go.
That's
it.
working. Is it?
Don't spread it so thin, bud.
Oh my gosh. Then it's
Make a
gonna-
pile. There you go.
I don't
That's
think
right.
I
Does it
don't
all
think
look
I'll-
mixed up now?
Yep.
All right,
Pretty like a grayish color.
Oh, you got it on the log.
Oops. Sorry. Well, at least it's just a log, and you haven't worked on
But
this.
we were
thing
going to
for
make the
centuries.
log into a table. But
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
all right, so
very
don't put it all on at once. Don't put it all on at once.
I know.
Just take a little bit at a time. Put the knife down on the plate. Put the knife down on the plate.
on the plate.
Oh, dude, you just don't listen. Put the knife down on the plate. No, don't put it on your finger. Oh. Now go find something to wipe your finger off with.
I don't want to be epoxy. Oh my God, where's that towel?
Over there in the pile of rags in the corner.
Oh, thank God.
All right. You got it off?
Yay!
Yeah, so...
Oh, no, I didn't. Nope.
all right, come
I
on.
hope this epoxy's the towel.
It will. There we go.
Ah,
A little bit at a time. Try not to touch the epoxy.
I will. I promise. I actually am trying, but I'm failing.
All right,
Okay,
you're going
that's-
way over El Craco there.
I am well over El Craco, but now I need...
That looks pretty good. We'll probably just do a little bit more.
El Craco. Now I'm worried about my hand being epoxied.
All right, well, we'll keep going here and just do a little bit more. So that's our repair, all JB welded up. And what we'll do is let it dry up. And then we're going to sand it down a little bit, make it look nice. Put a little paint on it so you can't see it. And that'll be it.
By the way, the JB on my fingers dried.
The JB on the fingers dried. That's excellent. So it's about dinner time, so we're going to call it a night. We'll let this thing dry up, and then there'll be more from us later. So,
Alright, and there will also be an introduction to the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.
well, I'm Dad. And
I'm the
you'll-
kid.
And that is the end of part 2.